Hello students, good morning. Teacher Dolcy, how are you all? So as you know हम अपना कौन सा चैप्टर कर रहे हैं ह्यूमन हेल्थ एंड डिजीज़ यूनिट नंबर 3 से। तो इस चैप्टर में जनरली हमने कुछ बेसिक डिजीज़ प्राइमरली अबाउट मलेरिया एंड फिलिरियासिस कल किया की थी डिस्कस की थी। सो टुडे हम एक नई डिजीज़ के साथ कंटिन्यू करेंगे एंड द नेम ऑफ डिजीज़ इज़ रिंगवॉर्म्स। मतलब जो आपकी बॉडी पे जो रिंगवॉर्म्स बनती हैं वो कैसे स्प्रेड होती हैं। तो एज यू नो जो पॉजिटिव एजेंट है रिंगवॉर्म का वो कौन है, आपकी फंजाई है। कौन सी, एपिडर्मोफाइटॉन या फिर ट्राइकोफाइटॉन। इसके साथ माइक्रोस्पोरम है जो पॉजिटिव एजेंट है किसका, रिंगवॉर्म का। मतलब स्प्रेड कैसे होती है डिजीज। एपिडेमोलॉजी क्या है इसकी, दिस वायरस इट इज कैरिड बाय और एक्वायर्ड बाय द सॉइल. It is also transferred from one organism to other through the contaminated towels, contaminated coils, and the contaminated clothes, and even by the cum. If the all these kind of materials of the infected person they come in contact with the healthy person, then healthy person carry all these disease to its body. Okay, so the heat and moisture enhances the growth of these organisms. As you know, due to sweating, the ringworm appearance become prominent in the human body. So this is the reason, that is why ringworms are observed during the summer season in the organisms or in the human beings primarily. So this disease it targets certain organs of your body like your skin, your nails, the folds of skin in groin and the toes region. Means in your toes, in the groin region of your skin, whenever means on the neck region where some kind of excessive moisture is observed due to sweating and heat is generated, in those areas the growth of the ringworm is prominent. So what are the symptoms of this disease? The symptom of this disease is appearance of dry, scaly lesions in the skin, nails and scalp. Scalp means on your head, and on the skin nails you observe dry scaly lesions, and the lesions become accompanied with intense itching, means they cause excessive itching on your body. So as it is represented in this diagram, the ringworms are actually form a kind of ring on your body, and the organism that is observed expressed in this diagram is the microsporum. So this is the best area that between your fingers some kind of rings appeared. As you know, the area between these fingers or the toes of your foot, those area are flushed with the moisture due to sweating in the period of summer. And as you know, the people who wear socks during the summer season excessively, so due to excessive sweating, the appearance of ringworm become prominent in these organisms, and it is very painful because it causes severe itching on your body parts, and those itchings are intolerable in actual. Okay. So the next disease is the typhoid. So typhoid is bacterial disease. So it is caused by bacteria known as Salmonella typhi. It is waterborne disease, means it is spread through, its epidemiology is it is spread through contaminated food, contaminated water, and through food and water it enters into your small intestine, and from there it get migrated to different other organs of your body and cause you severe loss. Okay, so what are the symptoms of this disease? So this symptom it carries a specific type of fever that is not too prominent. It is not 100°C type of temperature. It is typhoid fever. It is sustained high fever 39 to 40°C, which cause weakness in your body. You may have stomach pain, constipation may occur, and you have headache. You lost your weight, you lost your appetite, you just lost the wish to eat, and in severe cases intestinal perforation and death, means sometimes the pores become visible in your intestinal area, which leads to the death of the patient with typhoid. But it is not too common. Death is not too common in case of typhoid. So how can you confirm that the patient has typhoid? So the confirmatory test for this disease is the Vidal test. You have to memorize that the test for the typhoid is Vidal test. So many million nicknamed Typhoid Mary, means this disease is carried actually by the Typhoid Mary. She was the first carrier of this disease, her profession was to cook food, and through her cooked food she delivered typhoid bacteria to number of other organisms. So she act as a strong carrier of this disease to spread the disease in those days. That's why the Typhoid Mary was the name that given to the female who transmit or who spread the typhoid disease in that area. So what is the mode of transmission? As I told you, this Salmonella typhi bacteria, it's spread through the contaminated, uncovered or unwashed type of food, and the contaminated water means if the stools of the patient become solubilized into your water body, then by intaking that water, you become contaminated or you become affected with that kind of disease. Next, what are the symptoms? The patient has fever. It has severe watery stools out of its body, that is known as diarrhea, excessive vomiting, abdominal cramps, and loss of appetite. So in all these cases, what we observe that this leads to dehydration in the body of the patient. So the best treatment for this disease is ORS solution. And second one is eat the jaggery food. Eat jagger means good cow maximally as you can. Okay. Next disease is the pneumonia. Pneumonia is also a bacterial disease. The causative agents of this disease are Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae. The disease is Streptococcus pneumoniae and Haemophilus influenzae. Please keep this in mind that you have to write both the names Streptococcus and pneumoniae separately. The first letter, that is Streptococcus, S should be capitalized, and the pneumonia's P should be small letter, and both the words should be separately underlined. What about the epidemiology of this disease? So when you inhale the droplets of the patient through air, then by sharing the glasses, the utensils of the infected parents, any of the pathway or the track that is capable to add pathogen into your body while via air, while via water, while sharing utensils and any other kind of contact between the infected person, it leads to pneumonia. So pneumonia is a very severe kind of disease because it affects your lungs, alveolar region of your lungs. So this disease is caused by infection in the respiratory tract, and alveoli, due to infection, it become filled with the some kind of fluid, and that fluid when become deposited in your lung area, it leads to severe fever, severe chills in your body. Okay. So, with the deposition of that fluid that is secreted by respiratory tract due to infection, that leads to problem in respiration. Symptoms like fever, like chills, like cough, like headache, they become prominent in the patients of pneumonia. And the severe cases, the lips and fingernails may become gray to bluish in color, because as you know, whenever your body become deficient of oxygen, these kind of results will be observed in your body. So it is very painful and sneezeful disease, that is pneumonia. Next is about the common cold. So these are the general disease that you observed in your daily life. So common cold is a viral disease. It is caused by rhinovirus, because it is known as rhinovirus because the nose of the patient becomes swelled up like a rhino. As you know, na, the nose of rhino is very large in size. That's why its name is rhinovirus. What about the epidemiology of this disease? It occurs by, or it transmits by, inhalation of droplets of cough or sneeze of the infected person. Means when you come in contact with the sneezing droplets and cough droplets of the infected patient, then you carry this disease. And the transmission of the disease occurs through contaminated objects. Means when you touch if you are the patient touches an object, then you also touch that object. By this method, the disease entered into your body. So what about the symptoms of the disease? As you know about the cold very well, so it infects the nose, respiratory passage of your so ultimately it is a external, not internal to your body action. The common cold symptoms are very common to Indian population, because you observed maximum common cold in India. It causes nasal congestion, nasal discharge, sore throat, hoarseness, and cough, headache, tiredness. Means all these symptoms are normal. And please make sure that these symptoms will remain in your body 3 to 7 days. And there is no specific type of the prevention for this disease, you must isolate yourself from the pathogen. Okay, so next disease is the amoeboisis. As its name imply, it is caused by a protozoan known as amoeba and amoeba histolytica. So it is also known as amoeboic dysentery. So its name explain any kind of factors related to this disease. So this is the disease that is transmitted by the parasite from the feces of the infected person to the food. Whenever your food is not washed or you keep your food uncovered, in those cases, if the pathogen from the feces of the patient, it is carried to your food via vector, in that case, amoeboisis is observed in your body. So it also occurs by drinking contaminated water which has contamination of fecal matter of the patient. So target organ is large intestine and the symptoms are constipation, you have abdominal pain, muscular cramps in your abdominal region, stools with excess of mucus and blood clots. So in this way your digestive tract become affected with this type of the amoeboic dysentery or the protozoan known as Entamoeba histolytica. So basic disease आज हमने कर ली है. In next lecture we will discuss some specific and important disease of this chapter. Thank you.